Hello, good morning. You're welcome to Newsroom live on GHOne TV with me, Abena, Owusu, Nyamekye. Let's take a look at the headlines. Today marks exactly 1 week of the murder of Captain Mahama. We'll bring you a recall of activities that led to his death, the arrest made so far, and burial arrangements. Well, BEC is beginning today with over 468,000 students taking part in today's exam nationwide. We'll touch base with our correspondents and bring you updates. Also coming up, human rights lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu hints of plans to appeal the 3-year ban handed him by the General Legal Council. We'll bring you the views of some lawyers. And elsewhere, 4 nations cut ties with Qatar on accusations of terrorism support. And I entreat you to stay with us for the next hour as we bring you details of the headline stories and many others here. It's been a week of grief and shock for Ghanaians following the murder of Captain Maxwell Mahama. The military officer who was heading a military detachment near Denkyre in the central region met his untimely death when some residents of the area accused him of being an armed robber and lynched him. So far, 42 persons have been arrested, with the youngest being a 12-year-old. Here's what has become of Denkyre after the incident.
Denkyre, the town that has shocked the conscience of a nation. The community is already bearing the brunt of the killing of Captain Maxwell Mahama.
Just about 20 minutes past 9 p.m. and it is conspicuous that you cannot even sight one soul in this town. The town is virtually a ghost town now.
Majority of the people here, women, children, and men, have fled, and many continue to escape. Numerous homes have equally been abandoned. Fear has gripped the whole township. Only the lion-hearted remain in Denkyre. But even those who have been courageous enough to stay behind are packing. In one of the abandoned homes, I find 10-year-old Deborah here alone. She was in school when the incident happened. Her mother and grandmother had fled after she returned from school.
My sister, you mean na echo baby, meaning baby or moko.
As I miss you now,
but you know, me school.
To buy and then see him.
Me buy and I'm catch me said, a see what I say me. You know, I suggest for any bar saying that any Johnny echo baby.
Johnny Coin.
Home dear call you know.
It would die for your hand and ra, and I even die.
Manda, I know mobile na omadi yokoye.
It is then oh
sister biti fia say o asem mpake me ne mane yonko baby. Menim baby a yeko.
And now nim baby I'll be home mama so.
Dabi.
60-year-old Safiatu lives a few meters away from where Captain Mahama was monstrously murdered. She told me she heard gunshots but couldn't come out because she is frail. Safiatu said she hadn't seen the video that captured the killing of the military officer, so I offered to show it to her. A petrified Safiatu couldn't hold back her shock.
Bawo ba be ma se pa ne be ye ni se de ha adwene Ah, Geneva, Papa. Do you want to go down or the Brunners? A quangra or far shore what they buy Hanmo. No more to me, Bonoa, where she. When you go down order, sir, me bow, won't you? Nayachi will be by Ayanesan. Nayamaya, Emma.
Safiatu and her family are also living in Chaboise. A police patrol team has been stationed within the town to maintain law and order. The suspended district chief executive of Upper Dencha West, Daniela Pianin, who has been criticized widely over his comments regarding the operations of Captain Mahama and his team in the area, insisted he stated the facts.
I think this matter, the death is a very painful one. The way he was murdered is very painful. You understand? Yeah. We must be interested in that. The other issues that have come must be investigated. It should not just be that Appiani should be fired.
So don't you think you jumped the gun by going ahead to say that he was the one protecting illegal miners?
So if you ask me what the military man was doing here, should I say the truth or should I say the truth?
On the outskirts of the district capital, we discover an illegal mining site where a large tract of land has been destroyed due to activities of Galamsey operators. These makeshift structures serve as home to these illegal miners. None of the residents we interacted with confirmed the DCE's claim that the soldiers were offering protection to illegal miners. As security agencies continue to hunt for the perpetrators of this gruesome act, perhaps it will take a long time or forever for life to return back to this community that took the life of a military officer who swore to protect them.
Well, the family of the late Captain Maxwell Mahama has announced Friday, June 9th, 2017, as a burial date of the deceased. The burial is expected to take place at the military cemetery in Accra, and also a monument erected afterwards in the honor of the late soldier.
According to the spokesperson, Zakaria Sakara Ahmed, the family will hold a Thanksgiving service in memory of Captain Mahama on Sunday, June 11, 2017, at Bole in the northern region.
We proposed that burial will be on Friday, 9th, at the military cemetery, 9th June. Sunday, 11th, there will be church service. And then Monday, as a family, we will move the funeral to our hometown, Bole, for this local and traditional celebrations on the 13th and then 15th. From there, we will proceed to Tumu, and we will leave Bole on Friday, 16th June, to Tumu, where Saturday we will continue with the funeral celebrations, and then Sunday, 18th, there will be a church service, after which we will all disperse and come back down to Accra here.
The family will then build a monument in memory of the late captain as an ensign that kicks against mob justice in Ghana. The Mahama family has therefore cautioned the public not to politicize the death of the late captain. The family of the slain captain also bemoaned allegations by some prophets in the country ascribing the death of the deceased to his own deeds or to the actions of some people as inhumane.
Pastor Owusu should stop politicizing this thing. This is a criminal act for saying His Excellency the former President John Mahama, because of the atrocities that he has committed. That is why this incident has happened to us. I am telling him that prophecy is a big lie. God never revealed that to him. It's a lie.
The family used the occasion to acknowledge 2 fundraising accounts for the late Captain Mahama and called on the public to contribute to it.
Fidelity Bank is one of them, and they came with an endowment fund account named Captain Maxwell Adam Mahama. The second bank that approached us, and that is Capital Bank, The account name is Captain Maxwell Mahama Memorial Fund.
An official website, www.captainmaxwellmahama, has also been launched to enable Ghanaians get first-hand information of all programs and activities regarding the burial of the late military captain.
This is Newsroom on GHOne TV. We'll bring you some other stories now. We'll tell you about the basic education certificate examination that is taking place nationwide today. Let's now speak to the Public Affairs Director of the WAEC, the West African Examination Council. Agnes Teekujo has joined us on the phone now. As you have on your screen there, some students are writing the exams. We'll touch base with our correspondents on the ground. We'll take you to the central region. And also here in Accra, we'll find out how the exam is going. We'll get to know whether all the candidates were able to make it at the various centers that we'll take you to. But right now, let's speak to Agnes Teekujo. She speaks for the West African Examination Council. Thank you for your time with us on Newsroom, madam. Tell us about arrangements for this year's BEC.
For this year's BEC included the briefing of supervisors and invigilators, printing of question papers, the dispatch of the question papers for the various depots where we distributed to the centers this morning. We also interacted with candidates, gave them a few tips on how to pass their examination. We also told them about the rules and the do's and don'ts of the examination. So those are some of the arrangements that we made towards the conduct of this year.
Indeed, talking about the rules and regulations, the issue of malpractices, what is the measure that has been put in place to check malpractices this year?
The measures that we put in place were to educate candidates. But you know that despite the education, you still have some recalcitrant who would want to keep no matter what they know about the consequences. So we've spoken to them. We've also asked the teachers and invigilators to allow the candidates to do independent work in the examination hall, because what we have realized is that some people want to access the candidates by giving them some answers and all that in the examination hall, and we've asked all of them to desist from that, because when we do that, we are not helping the candidates, because in the end, it's their papers which will be cancelled. So we have spoken to them, and we hope that they will abide by the law.
All right, we'll get back to you as and when the process ends, but we are grateful for your time with us. Agnes Teekujo speaks for WAEC. Let's now take you to the central region, the troubled town of Denkyem-Boase, and find out whether the students made it to the examination center today to take part in the basic education certificate examination. Kweku Baye-Chamfor is our correspondent in the central region. Kweku, good to have you. What can you report?
Hello?
Hello, Kweku.
Yes, I can confirm that the students are at the venue taking part in the examination. If you look at the number of candidates who were expected from that area, that is the Denkyem Township, the Boase Township, they were supposed to be 73. But by the start of the process this morning, only 72 were able to turn up for the examination.
And talk about... All right, unfortunately, we seem to have lost Kweku Baye-Chamfor, our reporter, on the line. We'll try and get back to him for more details on the happenings in Denkyem-Boase, specifically on the students who are taking part in this year's BEC. We understand out of the 73, 72 made it to the examination center. It's just one person who couldn't make it there. Let's move on and bring you some other stories. Human rights lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu has hinted of plans to appeal the 3-year ban handed him by the General Legal Council. The decision to suspend Francis Sosu was reached last Thursday after the council found him guilty of professional misconduct contrary to the code regulating legal practices in the country. He's been accused of overcharging a client and also advertising his services on Facebook. However, some legal practitioners commissioners and groups like Imani Africa have described the decision as harsh and excessive.
According to the council, Francis Owusu was convicted on 2 different charges and suspended for 3 years on each charge to run concurrently from June 2, 2017 to June 1, 2010. Francis Owusu pleaded guilty to all of the charges according to the General Legal Counsel. He is said to have charged 50,000 cedis, which was deemed excessive and an overestimation of the services he rendered to a client, Francis Ejari. Francis Owusu is also said to have told Francis Ejari that he was offering pro bono legal services but charged the said amount, which represented 25% of the 200,000 cedis Francis Ejari earned as compensation for unlawful detention. Again, he is said to have failed to appear before the disciplinary committee of the General Legal Counsel on June 9, 2016, when the matter was under investigation. The other charge was that he is said to have posted pictures of himself with parties in a case and made comments on the case to the public with the primary motive of personal advertisement and touting. Here are the views of lawyer Martin Pebu, a law lecturer at the Central University College, and Dr. Koja P.J. Tia, a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Law Faculty.
You see, pro bono in our jurisdiction here, it has an elastic meaning, okay? There is supposed to be, you can have it 100% free, but you can also have variations, okay, continuum, where maybe the client can pay transport, okay? So you don't charge a legal fee, but at least as for your transport to court, he pays, and then he can pay for the filing fees. So that's what I'm saying, that it has an elastic meaning. It depends on specifically what you agreed, okay? Now, I must be candid. I go to court almost 5 days a week, okay? In Ghana here, we do a lot of pro bono. I'm sure we exceed a lot of the American...
50 hours.
Yes, we do. The problem is that as blacks, usually we don't like to write. We don't write. As I said, I go to court 5 days a week. I see day in, day out. I personally, I don't want to talk about what I do. I also have a small wing on the side. We just help juveniles. For 10 years now. It's a lot of work, but we don't talk about it, okay? So from what I see, we do this fine excess, but except that we just haven't found a way of documenting and then, shining light on it or giving it so much traction.
I think there are 2 issues here. The issue about the pro bono, yes, and then the touting. Maybe I should start with the pro bono.
Yes.
The pro bono, it's a legal term from a Latin word, pro bono publico, which means for the good of the public. And so if you are rendering a service for the good of the public without charge, or when you are doing it voluntarily, then it is considered pro bono. And so every lawyer is expected to do that somewhere in the course of his or her profession. However, in the case of Ghana, it's not as regulated as you will find in other jurisdictions. For example, we're talking about the American Bar Association. You are supposed to conduct about 50 hours of pro bono every year.
Free work every year, 50 hours.
Every year.
You have to log those hours and show them?
Exactly, yes. And sometimes it may even include donating something for the cause of helping in the dispensation of justice. So that is what it is like. And for that matter, your recognition as a lawyer of good standing is based on the pro bono that you do. It's simply to render service to people who cannot afford it.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. So
we keep an eye on that developing story and bring you more later this evening on News Tonight. But let's go back to the Central Region and continue that conversation with Kweku Ba Echamfo. Kweku, you were telling us that out of the 73, just 72 are the center writing the exam. Do we know why these other students couldn't make it?
Yes, according to authorities, this is somebody who had even been absenting himself from school 2 clear months before the 30th episode, that is the lynching of Captain Maxwell Mahama. So they think that is somebody who wasn't ready to take the exam. So they are waiting that the person might have a change of mind and turn up tomorrow. But I can say that the students have been to the venue. As of 8 a.m. today, 70 of them had reported. And somewhere around 7:30, there are about 2 of them turned up at the venue. And it was an interesting thing to be told, as their colleagues were so happy to see the 2 turning up the venue to take part in the examination. So at the DSO Center where they have been camped, because of the situation at the town, an arrangement was made for them to be camped at the DIAS, which happens to be their district capital, for the entire duration of the examination so that they will not be disturbed in any way. And this morning they were served food, they were given everything that they needed. Counselors were attempting to really talk to them so that they will be psychologically boosted, mentally strong to face the examination. And it was quite better before they start for the first paper. Before the counselors came on board, I spoke to some of the students, and they told me that they were not just ready for the examination because they have spent virtually the past 4 days staying in the bushes with their parents. They have been sleeping under cocoa farms, and therefore they were weak, tired, and were not able even to concentrate in studying at such areas. And so it was quite difficult for them to, get ready to step out to the examination center to take the examination. But when the counselors spoke to them, you could see that a big picture of relief was expressed on their faces, and you could see that these were people who were dealing with smiles to face the paper. And after the first paper, I spoke to some of them. They told me that indeed what they expected was really achieved. It wasn't as they would have really, really wished it was. In the case that there will not be anything disturbing there, but at least they were able to write something, and they are calling on authorities to do something about their situation. They think that, well, compared to others who are in the other areas that they are competing with for the slots in the public schools, that is the secondary school, they have been disadvantaged. So in terms of marking other things, maybe a certain consideration should be given them.
Thank you very much, Kweku Bayecham, for reports for the EIB network in the central region. Back here in Accra, Francisca Ahin, my colleague, has been touring some centers. He joins me on the phone. Francisca, thank you for joining us. Which center are you currently, and what can you report?
Hi, Abena. If I heard you clearly, you were asking where we are currently. Unfortunately, we just ended the tour. We currently are at the Ministry of Education for the Minister's Suite. However, we've been able to visit 6 schools. That includes the Kanda cluster of schools, Achimota High, and then Achimota Basic. We also visited the Nyamekye Junior High School. We also went to other couple of schools, that's Achimota A and B. On our arrival, we noticed at Accra High School that papers really came in late. As at 9:15, papers that were to be written weren't ready. So we were told officers from YH are on their way coming. Before we left there, the papers had still not arrived. We proceeded to Achimota Secondary School, that is the second school. There, when we got there, they had already started. We got there around 9:30, and they had already started with the part 2 of the English language papers. What we saw there was, unfortunately, we saw only one student who was not well. He was actually sick and then was vomiting. But then we had a first aid box that was provided for students who will fall victim of any illness or whatever the case may be. We went to Nyamekye Primary School. When we got there, we noticed they were almost, it was the last school we visited, and they were already wrapping up to finish the first paper. I was able to speak with a couple of the students. They confirmed they were confident with the paper they wrote. However, one boy said he couldn't finish his paper. He was actually crying. He couldn't finish the paper and pleaded for an extra time, which he was denied. So with that, he was so sad, and he feels if he can tell GES to do something about the time. That's
interesting.
Come again.
I said that was interesting. The child appealing for more time.
Yes, and I also got to speak with one student, a female, of course. He said he was so down even before he came to the exam hall because he had nobody to wish her well or even tell her, give her any words of encouragement. So he was actually crying. Wow. Just the fact that nobody had the opportunity to tell her, I wish you well in your exam was a whole lot to her. So currently, as I said earlier on, we are at the Ministry of Education where we've been asked to wait for a media brief. So that is what is going on here.
All right, thank you very much. Francisca Ahin is my colleague, and she joined us from the Education Ministry. The minister and his entourage, they are done with a tour of the examination centers. Just as she said, the minister is about to brief them, so we'll bring you that subsequently. Moving on, former President GHOne Rawlings is advocating for a complete overhaul of the leadership of the NDC if the party hopes to recapture power in 2020. Speaking at the 38th anniversary of the June 4th uprising in Wa, that's the Upper West region, the former president expressed worry about the high levels of corruption and greed that engulfed the NDC in the run-up to the December polls. GHOne's Ridwan Karim Dini Osman was in Wa and has come through with this report.
It was an unusual frenzy in the holy month of Ramadan in an area seen as predominantly a Muslim community. But the euphoria was understandable. The former president had finally visited after several decades of absence. Chairman Rawlings's first port of call was the Wana's Palace. The chiefs and elders were excited as they esteemed him as Bagrepiena, meaning a spiritual cave where the Wa Traditional Council goes to seek solutions to their problems in times of need. Na Seidu Brahma, paramount chief of the Guli traditional area, speaking on behalf of the kingmakers after the enskinment, expressed worry over the spate of lawlessness in the country and appealed to Flight Lieutenant GHOne Rawlings to use his power as former president in bringing the killers of the military captain Maxwell Adam Mahama to book.
Your Excellency, we are crying to you and the set of former presidents of this country to make sure that the perpetrators of this horrendous act are brought to book. If not, they say we should be citizens. Are we citizens?
The former president responded accordingly, expressing confidence that justice will be served.
I know how worried you are as to whether this matter will be treated like many others in the past. Quite frankly, I do not believe so. I do not think so. I believe this issue will be dealt with appropriately. The loss of that captain has sent a shock wave throughout the country. And I sincerely hope that it would serve as a wake-up call to all of us. This is a very uncivilized behavior. And the sooner some ways found to contain this irresponsibility, this cruelty, the better it'll be for all of us.
The 38th June commemoration itself began with a wreath-laying ceremony and a parade mounted by the young cadres of the NDC in the Wa Central constituency. In attendance were several former top state officials in the Mahama administration, including Second Deputy Speaker of Parliament Alban Sumani Bagbin, the Minority Leader in Parliament Haruna Idrisu, former Defence Minister Benjamin Kumbo, former Trades Minister Dr. Eccles Piogabra, among others. Tema Central NDC aspirant in the 2016 elections, Ebi Bright, set the tone for the event, calling for a revival of the principles underlying the June 4 revolution.
With all due respect, Your Excellency, that your generation are the ones who, with counsel, should provide guidance and advice for us when we are tried by confusing circumstances that hurt us. But alas, it is your very same generation who decides to deny that June 4th and all it stood for, and all the values that it calls into the fore did not exist. We treat it, even within your own home, as an event for the so-called heroes to glory in.
Describing Chairman Rawlings as an altruistic leader, Minority Leader in Parliament Haruna Idrisu also condemned the situation where some workers in public institutions were dismissed on suspicion that they belong to another political party.
Let me eulogize President Rawlings with just one word, and the one word is altruistic Rawlings. Altruistic Rawlings. Today, as I speak, if you go to the civil or local government service or any government entity, you hear that these were NDC men, these are MPP men. Let this group go home. That is political discrimination. We demand an end to it.
In his keynote address, former President GHOne Rawlings rubbished the raging blame game over the NDC's embarrassing defeat in the 2016 presidential election, calling for integrity and a new crop of leadership for the task ahead.
If we cannot get our claws off and allow for fresh leadership to emerge, then we shall sink even further. Not too long ago, I thought we heard the jockeys claiming the horses were responsible for this disgraceful failure, while one of the horses was bold enough to lay the failure of the doorstep also at the step of the jockeys. For me, we lost our masses because we betrayed the values of June 4. However, if this horse jockey business cannot be resolved comprehensively, allowing integrity most of all to prevail, then let both of them step aside and allow for fresh leaders with solid integrity to provide the needed leadership.
Chairman Rawlings, for the first time, set the record straight on why he severed ties with his former secretary, Victor Smith.
When the time to pour poison on me started, this secretary of mine was telling the world on radio stations that contribution was coming for a certain nationalistic duty, and he had stopped it and diverted it to the flag bearer. In other words, he had stopped it from coming to me. I was disgusted that this guy would make up such a story. But you know the one who angered me the most? Our Professor Mills, who knew the truth, but kept quiet for this poison to burn me, as if I was fraudulent.
The former president also used the occasion to clear the air on the $2 million gift given him some time ago by former Nigerian President General Sani Abacha.
I said he brought me $2 million and I used it for nationalistic purposes. My comrades in those days, they knew it. Quite a bit of money used to come around, and I would leave it to trusted colleagues. I didn't know until we left office how distrustful they could be.
Uncharacteristic of him, the much anticipated boom by the former president on national issues was rather on a subtle side. Ridwan Karim Dini Osman, GHOne News, Wa, Upper West Region.
And I am Abena Owusu Nyamekye with Newsroom. Today we'll take a break here. We'll be back with more stories.
Hi, I'm Ajete Anan. Well, sometimes life pushes us to the very edge. And just when it seems like there's no way out, just hold on. Choose right. Stay alive. Choose life.
Choose Life is a GHOne TV initiative.
promoting the value of life. Weeks ago, we celebrated our mothers. Now, it's time to pamper our fathers. It's a Super Dad affair right here on GHOne TV, your favorite station.
Just like you. A moment of silence.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us.
My God, my God.
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen.
Hi there, my name is AJ Sapon. I'm the host of Tales from the Powder Room. On this show, we talk about love and betrayal, hooking up and falling out.
Dear Tales, my husband has impregnated our house help and now wants to leave me for her.
Dear Tales, my girlfriend is always demanding for money she knows I don't have. I feel like an ATM.
The show usually sees two worlds colliding, male and female, who's wrong and who's right, and above all, conventional and not so conventional advice.
Mother and son are really close. I mean, if probably he's gone to his mother to say, Mommy, I want another woman, but this is how we should go about it. Well, that's their problem, and God will punish them for that.
If your husband has left you more than 5 years, and he's only telling you, I'll come, divorce him.
In the end, we help in finding a solution to your relationship issues.
But it's something around Sukura.
Don't make it look as if we are empowering men to just be irresponsible, so that that we are living in very dangerous times where so much is going wrong. So much is going wrong.
Anytime your love tank runs empty, turn to Tales, because we've got your back. It's our business. New face, but same great show. Only Tales from the Powder Room every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on GHOne TV.
Tales from the Powder Room is brought to you by Malta Guinness, Vodafone, and Lily Rice.
You're welcome back to Newsroom.
Land conflicts. These incidences have heightened insecurity among residents despite the imposition of dusk to dawn curfew and the heavy presence of a joint police and military detachment in the area. This has compelled the Alavenyo Youth Association to demand action from the security agencies in order to forestall further loss of lives. Secretary of the association, Richard Kichi, at a press conference at Alavenyo Poma over the weekend, denounced the existence of a land dispute between Alavenyo and their Nkonya neighbors and called for thorough investigation by the security apparatus to unravel the miscreants behind the crime.
We are glad that the youth and people of Nkonya in their recent press conference stating the records right, the true facts about the recent happenings in Nkonya and Alavenyo, admitted emphatically that there is no such thing like land disputes between Nkonya and Alavenyo traditional areas, as always portrayed by the media, but rather between some individual families, that's 3 Nkonya Tayi families and 6 Alavenyo families.
They also urged the security agencies to expand their investigations beyond the two areas to identify and deal with the supposed sponsors and beneficiaries of the hostilities, which have retarded the rapid development in the once commercially vibrant towns.
To our Honorable Regional Minister, the Regional Coordinating Council and the Regional Security Council, as well as the Peace Council, we encourage you to launch another phase of investigation into the recent killings of these innocent Ghanaians.
The Alavenyo youth, regardless, reiterated their commitment towards the restoration of absolute peace in the two areas and called on the Nkonya neighbors to reciprocate same. Lambert Ativo's report for GHOne News.
Now, media reports that management of Accra Polytechnic, now Accra Technical University, is compelling both male and female students to share 2 female washrooms is untrue. Now, a female student at the school alleged that the male and female students were sharing 2 unhygienic female washrooms. A visit by GHOne News revealed that the claim is false.
The Accra Technical University has a student population of 3,000. A walk round the school would reveal that they have a number of blocks as well as hostels. There are 6 washrooms on every floor in each block, 3 for females and 3 for males.
I'm surprised to hear this because this is the first time I've been hearing of this. I think it's never true that both female and male use it the same. We all have our washroom, and as such, it's been demarcated to the various rooms and the hostel.
It's not true. It's a big fallacy. When it comes to school, that both male and female use same washroom. When it comes, you have washroom for female, you have washroom for male.
The Dean of Students of the Technical University, Michael Oke-Ado, conducted us around the facility, and indeed we saw that the facility could boast of a lot of washrooms.
Madam, it's not done anywhere that one washroom, male and female. It's not possible. You go out, it is labeled there, not today. It's an old label, it has been there long. Unless the person did not read, but they are adult, they will never do that. They will never do that. It has been there for long, so not at all. They won't do that. If you go to the hostel also, it's the same. They have their own destiny. So I've been here for long. I'm not sure this story has ever come out. But I don't know the source of it.
He noted that in spite of the strain on the number of washrooms because of the student population, it would be unthinkable to even suggest that both sexes use one washroom. Michael Oke-Ado revealed that the Accra Technical University has acquired a 150-acre land at Nsawam, where they are expanding the university to ease congestion. The structure is due for completion at year-end, following which they'll move some departments there.
The only problem we have is that the size of the campus is so small for the total number of students. So we have bought a big land at Mempemasen from Amasama, Samsam, then we branch. If you reach where we call Ejapia Bites, when you are going to Nzam, after some we branch, it's about 15 minutes drive. We have bought a very big land there. It's almost about, now it has gone to 150 acres, which we have started developing. So within some shorter time, we will have to remove some of the schools to the place. We'll maintain some here, and once we go there, we'll have more liberty in movement.
Well, still on education, quality teaching and learning at the Enyirawase DA Primary School in the whole West District is fast becoming a mirage, with a myriad of challenges confronting the school. The lack of furniture for pupils has compelled school authorities to improvise using concrete blocks and wood during contact hours.
Key among them is the unavailability of adequate classroom furniture for the use of the pupils of the school. The situation, which has persisted since the last 2 academic years, has compelled school authorities to improvise makeshift desks using concrete blocks and woods for use by the pupils during classes. A visit to the school by GHOne News revealed that even the few desks in the pavilion structure classrooms are not in the best condition, thus creating a lot of inconvenience to the pupils. Teachers say the situation, coupled with other challenges, has affected school attendance among the pupils as they no longer find comfort in the classrooms.
As a teacher, you yourself, you will be feeling for them. They are kids, so they can't complain too much to you. But you, the teacher, when you are seeing how they are suffering to write, see these little decks, these supposed decks. These supposed decks, 3 people are sitting in it. How can they be able to write? how can they be able to do individual works by themselves?
Most of the classrooms in the school are also without windows and doors, leaving the school at the mercy of animals which loiter and soil the classrooms. All of these, according to the teachers, affect teaching and learning in the school.
The last time I came to school, and if you see how the classroom was, we had to come and scrub the room. The first period of our lesson was one, because we used that time to scrub the remains of the droppings of goats and sheep. I don't even know what it was. We had to scrub it. Sometimes we came and there was blood. So security-wise, we are suffering too, because there are no doors, as you can see. There are no doors, there are no windows.
Head teacher of the school, Simon Dabuche, tells GHOne News all efforts to get the pavilion structure renovated has not yielded result. However, a native of the community has constructed a kindergarten block for the school. The Anyirawase DA Primary, with their numerous challenges, has seen a sharp decline in enrollment.
They brought a contractor 2011 to finish our school building here. But since 2012, we didn't see the contractor again. Some days you see children lying down, learning in the classroom, and the teachers are trying to help them, but as we don't get a place to sit down, they are suffering. So classroom work is not very good.
The school authorities pleaded for some intervention so teaching and learning could go on effectively at the school.
Well, we do hope that intervention goes to the Nyamekye DA school as soon as possible. Let's bring you some business stories now. Marketing manager of Fan Milk, Gifty Ejefianko, has indicated that its new product, FanMax, has generated buzz and it's been well accepted by the public. The company a week ago launched the new FanMax product, which they describe as a light meal.
The new FanMax yogurt is enriched with vitamins and calcium and can be consumed by both adults and children. Marketing manager of Fan Milk, Gifty Ejefianko, indicated the product is mainly for the Ghanaian markets as a starter. However, the company is ambitious of going beyond Ghana in the near future. She added that the product, which has been accepted by the Ghanaian market, could be consumed either chilled or at room temperature any time of the day.
FanMax is a creamy drinkable yogurt. The existing products are mainly frozen products which come in a pouch, but FanMax comes in a 330ml bottle. FanMax comes in two flavors, strawberry and vanilla. And FanMax is an ambient yogurt, which means that it can be consumed at room temperature, and that makes it very convenient, and because of that it can be taken anytime, anywhere.
The drink, according to her, has a long shelf life of 4 months and is particularly suitable for the African market, adding the product, which is available in 330 milliliter bottle, is sold at 4 Ghana cedis.
FanMax is for everybody. Everybody can enjoy FanMax because of the great convenience. It's in a bottle, a 330ml bottle. It can be taken in school. It can be taken at home. When you go to church, you can take it. You can have it anytime, any day. So anybody can enjoy FanMax and fuel their day.
Gifty Ejefianko, however, made it known that once the drink is opened, it must be refrigerated and consumed within 2 days. Patrons of the new FanMax yogurt shared their experiences.
It's really refreshing and it's really lovely. Like, it's very nice. I would suggest everyone to try it because it's really, really nice.
It's nice. I've not seen it before, Mumba. It's cool, it's cool. I think FanMax are doing well with that. It's a very nice one.
Max vanilla flavor. It's very nice. I even want more.
FanMax is available in the various hypermarkets, grocery stores, petrol stations and other general stores in Accra, Tema and Kaswa.
We've got sports and international news up ahead. Do stay.
moment of silence.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us.
My God!
Hi, my name is Anita Erskine. I'm the co-host on the Star Drive here at Star 103.5 FM. Well, I'm here to tell you that sometimes certain circumstances are very temporary. They're actually designed to push you against the wall to see how hard you can push back. As much as you may want to take your life because it seems like the only solution, trust me, the better solution is owning up to whatever it is you're going through. Please choose life. We believe in you.
Choose Life is a GHOne TV initiative promoting the value of life. Weeks ago, we celebrated our mothers. Now, it's time to pamper our fathers. It's a Super Dad affair right here on GHOne TV, your favorite station.
Just like you.
By popular demand, the revenge is back.
I'm sorry, Durga. I can't marry you.
Is this how you treat your daughter? If your daughter over here was in Durga's shoes, would you let this happen? Would you let this happen with Kangna?
Catch all the excitement, the drama, the thrills, and the unending suspense on The Revenge as it hits your TV screens once again.
Durga Thakur, I know you are responsible for Shaurya's state.
Shaurya doesn't know what life is, what pain is.
You think that you will be able to evade what you did?
For the first time, he will feel the pain that he has kept on evading. He will suffer, Dad. And his suffering will be our strength.
No, Durga Thakur, I promise you, you will have to go through much more pain than Shaurya is going through right now.
Each weekday at 6 p.m., get enthralled with all the action and drama from Sakshi, Shaurya, Durga, and the rest of the Goenka family. And catch the Omnibus every Sunday at 10 a.m. only on GHOne TV. Revenge is proudly brought to you by GHOne Tomato Paste.
You're welcome back to Newsroom. My name is Abena Owusu Nyamekye. Tony Bebley has joined me in the studio with some sports news. Hello, Tony.
Abena.
What happened to House of Oak yesterday?
We will tell you that story, the day of shame. If you're a Phobian fan, then I will tell you what actually happened in Soka Kope. But coming up, the Black Stars are already in Kumasi, and Coach Kwesiapia has plans to deal with players with egos. Stay put. I'm going for a break. When I come back, all the details coming up. The Black Stars have arrived in Kumasi ahead of Sunday's 2019 African Cup of Nations qualifier against Ethiopia. Coach Kwesiapia and his players have been holding a non-residential training camp in Accra in preparation for the match. The Black Stars will hit the ground running with their first training session later today at the Babanyara Sports Stadium. The Black Stars will also visit an orphanage in Kumasi to make some donations and also give hope to the kids. The AFCON qualifier against Ethiopia kicks off Sunday exactly 3:30 p.m. Don't forget, GHOne Sports, our cameras will be there to capture every detail. The second coming of Coach Kwesi Appiah. Some are saying that he can't because players with egos will really make sure Kwesi doesn't succeed. But Coach Kwesi Appiah has set out plans to tame players with serious egos this time around. How is he going to do it? Maele explains.
You see, there are some players that sometimes you don't need to, have a word at him, like have a go at him in front of his colleagues. There are some players that you need to, call him aside or in his room and then have a word with him. And then the best way, you go with a board and show him what exactly you want him to do. And then you watch him. If he does it, if he doesn't, then you call him again. So last time, find something to tell him that, okay, you were trying to do it, I saw it, and I still want you to do it this way. And in that aspect, at least you give him the respect. You're not shouting at him in front of his colleagues. And at the end of the day, you need something from him. So you need to find means. That's why we call managers. You need to find means to manage it. And then there's no way you have everybody, to be of the same caliber or the way you want it.
Kwesi has a strategy this time. Let's just pray that, those big boys, so-called big boys, will listen to the man in charge. Yesterday was a sad day for Accra Folk. If you're a Hudson Folk fan, then I tell you, the young boys of Wafa walloped them by 5-0 on your screen as the result for match day 17. Asante Kotoko played 1-1 at home with Great Olympics. Bolga All Stars also played 1-1 with Inter Allies. Abena Sharks 2, Mediama 0. Shantigo 3. Ebusia Dwarfs 0. Bechem United 2. Wa All Stars 0. Brekum Chelsea 3. Adriana Stars 2. Tama Youth 0. Liver Professionals also 0. Wafa 5. Accra Hearts of Folk. Oh, what a scoreline. Small boys, twinkle, twinkle, little stars. Walloping Accra Hearts of Folk and the Phobian fans will never be happy. This scoreline will go down history. But let's see how the table stands. Accra Hearts of Folk, rather unfortunate. Wafa still leading the pack with 35 points. Adriana Stars, 33 points. Accra Hearts of Folk at third position, 27 points. Brekum Chelsea, 25 points. Asante Kotoko, 25 points. Bechem United, 25 points. Mediama Sporting Club, 24 points. And Ebusia Dwarfs, 23 points. The second half of the league has Inter Allies, 22 points. Elimina Sharks, 21 points. War All Stars, 21 points. Great Olympics, 19 points. Liberty Professional, 19 points. Tema Youth, 18 points. Ashanti Gold, 16 points. Bolga All Stars, 11 points. So that is how they stand. So Accra Folk, rather unfortunate. And it's unbelievable when the scoreline came in. So that's all I have for Sports for Lunch. Over to you, Abena, Owusu, Nyamekye.
Thank you very much, Tony Bebley. We can now bring you some international news.
West African Regional Group ECOWAS has in principle approved Morocco's membership application despite it being in North Africa, sources have confirmed to the BBC. Morocco's application comes after it rejoined the African Union in January. Morocco left the continental body in 1984 after it recognized the independence of Western Sahara. But ECOWAS leaders meeting in Liberia said implications of its membership still needed to be considered before Morocco could formally join. King Mohammed VI was not at the summit because Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had been invited.
Well, that's all we have for you on Newsroom today. My name is Abena Owusu. The team returns at 7 p.m. with News Tonight. Thank you for watching.
Moment of silence.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us.
My God!
Hi, my name is Giovanni Caleb, a host of the Star Drive right here on Star 103.5 FM. There is more to life than what you think you're going through now. There are better days ahead. Ghana needs your life, your family needs your life, your friends. And if you get to that point where you think nobody is listening to you or you feel all left alone in this world, talk to someone. Talk to the experts. I always remember there are brighter days ahead. And of course, we need your life. Choose life. I support this initiative.
Choose Life is a GHOne TV initiative promoting the value of life. Weeks ago, we celebrated our mothers. Now, it's time to pamper our fathers. It's a Super Dad affair right here on GHOne TV, your favorite station.
Just like you.
By popular demand, the revenge is back.
I'm sorry, Durga. I can't marry you.
Is this how you treat your daughter? If your daughter over here was in Durga's shoes, would you let this happen? Would you let this happen with Kangna?
Catch all the excitement, the drama, the thrills, and the unending suspense on The Revenge as it hits your TV screens once again.
Durga Thakur, I know you are responsible for Shaurya's state.
Shaurya doesn't know what life is, what pain is.
You think that you will be able to evade what you did?
For the first time, he will feel the pain that he has kept on evading. He will suffer, Dad. And his suffering will be our strength.
No, Durga Thakur, I promise you, you will have to go through much more pain than Shaurya is going through right now.
Each weekday at 6 p.m., get enthralled with all the action and drama from Sakshi, Shaurya, Durga, and the rest of the Goenka family. And catch the Omnibus every Sunday at 10 a.m. only on GHOne TV. Revenge is proudly brought to you by GHOne Tomato Paste.
Shut your eyes, Mary, and don't look at it no matter what happens.
It has begun! Enough, she died!
This is history. You just saw your lights go out.
Bling!
And it's bark like a dog.